My man. Doing the most. Doing the most. You know I had to remix this bitch. Shout out our boy. If I get caught up in a storm, pray the rain to keep me calm. All my life I dealt with pain, see no evil cause on. Chop along just like a arm, new bitches we fucking on. Doing wrong without them knowing, I'm the GOAT if you ain't know it. And you can't go do what I've been through. Wish I had somebody I could vent to. And you can't go through what I've been through. Wish I had somebody I could vent to. I just need someone to call on. I've been making moves like Michael Corleone. I won't say that shit until it's set in stone. Bitch, don't say my name if you gon' say it wrong. I can't touch these drugs and keep my...
Yo, it's your boy CT Crusher here checking in. Just wanting to remind y'all to go subscribe to my homie Hoodie Jube for the Hoodie Jube live podcast. We talking pressing topics here for you every night of the week. Hit that ding dong bell to make sure you don't miss an upload. Come join in on the conversation. Help us expand the community. We do a lot of giveaways, give away to a lot of charities, giving away to the local children's hospital. And oh, by the way, if you want a chance to win free NFL tickets, yes, I said that, free NFL tickets, make sure you subscribe and hit the ding so you don't miss a chance to win free NFL tickets. Peace out.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Hoodie Jube, and if you're looking for the best restaurant in town, man, go try Weed Ass Chicken and Shrimp, man. They have the best chicken wings, the best chicken tenders, the best fried shrimp, the best fried catfish, and their fries are so amazing, covered with ranch, cheese, bacon, jalapenos. Oh my! Yes, you heard it. Go try it out. They got 4 locations: Monroe, Louisiana, Marrero, Louisiana, New Orleans, Louisiana, and Houston, Texas, baby. Go try it now.
My man, what up? I won't speak on nothing but the real. You know how I'm coming, you know what I'm saying? Say we've been down for too long. The only way is up, it's time to move on. Never leave your house without your shoes on. Them killers want your spot, you cannot move on. Ain't worried about that girl, I tell them move on. They say it's my fault, but I'm feeling I can't do wrong. Cut all my partners off, let me open like the roof gone. Long talks and I ain't never changed, it's just been too long. Gotta shake 'em back and that's a fact, so I'm turned up. Fall up in the club, I'm going down, and I'm like, what's up? Throw me in that water, I won't go down, I'm too up. She want with a man, I knock that hoe down, I'm too up. Told all her friends, now she just want me to grow up.
You can't see us, I time Saints going to the Super Bowl, talking black and gold. Cameron Jordan on the field, about to take a QB soul. Ever Camaro break a tackle, so you know he bold. Mike Thomas catching everything, so you know he cold. He talking Byron Madden, he talking Marcus May. We in the backfield, we gon' make 'em pay. Them boys hitting hard, they need an X-ray. Yeah. We talking black and gold. 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 Straight to the Super Bowl. Your time is up. Our time is now. Say Hoodie, you can't see us. Our time is now. Woo. Hoodie Droop in the building. We shining now. We shining. You can't see us. Our time is now. You heard me? Your time is up. Our time is now. Woo. You can't see us. Our time is now. Say Hoodie, Hoodie Droop in the building. We shining.
Here he is, Hoodie Jube. 1-0. Take it 1 week at a time. Okay. Never take winning for granted. That was a hell of an effort. Okay. We talked about this being a bat game. All right. Okay. And we talked about being the most physical team. And we talked about winning the rushing battle, right? Okay, how about 48 for 225? And we made the plays when we needed to make the plays. And here's the deal, man. Okay? All right. Like, when your number is called, you got to step up. And we had some guys step up today. That's a hell of a win. All right? It's a hell of a win. Now, we got a lot of things we still got to clean up. Got to do. 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. Hell of a win, man. Somebody break it down.
Travel out, I see you, What's the throw the ball deep? That's a touchdown. MT punch, that's a touchdown. That's a touchdown. Press a line, we guard teach. That's a touchdown. Put Jones, man, slot, man. That's a touchdown. That's a touchdown, man. That's a touchdown. That's a touchdown, man. That's a touchdown. Flip it, go, 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 flip it, go. Super Bowl, 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 Super Bowl. That's a touchdown. Press a line, we guard teach. That's a touchdown. That's the one that throw the ball. That's a touchdown. Put Jones in the slot. That's a touchdown. Touchdown. Ever come down in the field, that's a touchdown. Running through the tackles, that's a touchdown. Bury that, that's a touchdown. Bury that, that's a touchdown. Black and gold,
Hey!
Always hyped up. Always hyped up after the big win. Come on now.
Hell yeah. Well, who that family, man? It's your boy Hoodie Juby, and we are back with another live podcast. And if you don't know, you will know. There's no YouTube without your boy Hoodie Jube, y'all. How's everybody doing tonight, man? Me, I'm doing this fine over here. And look, I got my man who's going to be the co-host of the show tonight, my man Zach.
Yes,
He's
sir.
going to be on for about an hour before he's got to leave and do his own stream for the Monday Night Football game. So I just wanted to come on here to do a recap show, give y'all my opinions, give Zach's opinions, on what we thought of the Saints game, what we thought, we did good, what was the bad, what was some of the stuff we can clean up. And then also we're going to open up the lines for y'all so we can hear from y'all and see what y'all thoughts are as well. But I do want to give a shout out to everybody that's in the chat first. So let's give them a shout out real quick. We got my boy Masked Up Podcast. Who that to you? We got Trav 504 in the building. Who that to you? We got Miss Megan, Go Hawks, and who that to you? We got my boy Yon Nola in the building. Who that to you? We got Anthony James. Who that to you? We got Mr. Troy. Who that to you? We got Rose City in the building. Who that to you? We got Phil Guy. Who that to you? We got Elite Goods in the building. Who that to you? We got the Nola Gang in the building. Who that to you? Ian Butler in the building. Who that to you? We got Eric Wallace in the building. Who that to you? We got, who that is? Who is that? Who is
What's his name? What's his name?
Y'all know who it is. It's Jerry, the old freaking G. Who that to you, my brother?
My guy. What's good, man?
Young City Knife Ward. Who that to you? Who else we got up in this thing? We got T Dirty in the building. Who that to you? Trying to see if I didn't miss anybody. Looks like it's the same people. Yeah, we got a little Michael in here. Who that to you? Let's see. Oh, we got Apollo in the building. Who that to you, Apollo? We got St. John Butler in the building. Who that to you? Live, Laugh, Love. Who that to you? We got Kai the Great. Who that to you? We got Sam 504. Who that to you? And we also got Big Daddy Juby in the building. Who that to you, Dad? All right. So we're going to get the show on the road, my man, Zach. So let me just start it off with you. The Saints won, my man, 39-32. A very high scoring game, back and forth kind of game. But let me ask you, what was your reaction of this game? What was your goods and what was your bads from this game?
Man, AK and Taysom Hill just put it on their back. Put the whole team on it. Did everything they could, everything they needed to do. I think AK had I think it was 101 yards rushing, something like that, with 50-something yards carrying. He just had an all-around great game. Look, it's good to see him finally, feeling better. Not any pain, nothing wrong with the ribs, and just able to run hard and play hard, man. I haven't seen AK that excited in a while. I don't know if y'all were peeping that, but every time he got a first down or had a play, he was getting all smiling, throwing out the guns like that, just doing his thing. It looked good to see him happy again because it looked like he just been a little off his game lately. And then, Taysom Hill, I mean, goodness gracious, bro. What can't this man do?
Don't know.
As far as like the negatives I saw is, man, what is up with our safeties? I mean, I get that Adebo definitely had a very piss poor game. He was getting beat a lot, but there were some times that, the defensive design is for him to pull off and allow that safety help and fill in that hole. And there was, I think it was the touchdown pass to Lockett, the long one, where I believe it was Evans back there, and Evans is the deep safety, and he's sitting. Adebo is, guarding Lockett. Lockett gets past him. Adebo kind of slows down a little bit, assuming that Evans is going to go ahead and kind of fill in that hole and slide behind. Evans just still sitting here like this, and then doesn't move until Lockett's already passed him. I was really confused. I was like, I didn't know what the hell he was doing. So something's got to happen with the safeties, and then Tyrann Matthews just totally avoid even trying to tackle DK Metcalf. Like, I understand that dude's a moving freight train, but how can't you at least put a shoulder into him? Like, he literally stopped and went like this with his hands. I'm like, dude, come on, man. Come on. That was disappointing.
It was. So we already know you said the goods was, basically Taysom Hill and AK. I would also add, Andy Dalton. He didn't do bad at all besides that one pick. But other than that, he did, really solid, calling some blitzes and stuff. And the most sad part about this is that even though we got the win, and even though Andy Dalton was calling out the blitzes and he seen it, he still got sacked because they didn't even pick up the blitz that the dude was calling out. That's the sad part. So I need to get a little bit more better communication with that. And if quarterbacks, say, hey, here comes the blitz, pick it up. Don't just let the man through and not even touch him. So that was some bad parts you seen from the game. Some more bad stuff. We fumbled again.
3 fumbles in the first half.
Yep, we fumbled. We shot ourselves in the foot again with penalties and stuff. But like some people said, yes, the Saints scored 39 points, but the Seahawks defense is second to last, allowing points per game. So to be honest with you, this Seahawks offense low key reminds me of the 2000 and what? I think 11 or 12, 13 or whatever. No, it might have been 2013 or something. Saints, where we was high scoring. What's it? 2011. When was it when we had that bounty gate? 2011.
It's 2011. Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of that team where you got a high scoring offense, like almost number 1, number 2 offense in the league, but you got the worst defense. So your record was 7-9, but you were scoring 40 plus points, but still losing because your defense. And I think that's what the Seahawks are having a problem right now. They got a great offense, and just their defense really needs some help.
I'll tell you what, I'm really happy for Geno Smith. I have always liked Geno Smith. I feel like Geno Smith came into football too early, like before, like the mobility of a quarterback was like really valued. I think, his career restarted around today, and he's younger. He'd have a lot longer career, but I'm happy to see him doing good. I mean, and it wasn't even like, we still need to put better pressure on him and stuff. And we did get I think we had 3 sacks yesterday. But those deep balls that we were throwing, man, they were on the money. They were on the money, in stride every single time. Like there wasn't much more you could do with it other than just defending the receiver better, because he put them right in the basket.
Yep. And then hold on, I gotta send this to somebody real quick. But another thing that kind of reminded me yesterday too was like, Geno Smith was hitting people on target, right? Like every deep ball, like some of these balls played by the defense, they were right there and they were right on target. But the ball placements were so beautiful yesterday for Geno Smith. So like they had some good plays where we were right on the ball, but the players still caught it.
Right.
Some of them deep passes, like the first deep pass, that was just terrible defense. But the second one that he caught, they were right there. His hand was right there. He just had it right in the right spot where he thought like he needed to catch it on the money. But another plus thing, I know we said AK and Taysom Hill carried the team, right? And I said I did want to add Andy Dalton a little bit because I felt like he did his thing too. But we also forgot to put Chris Olave, who was balling out before he went out without a concussion in the third quarter.
That dude was straight unconscious. Just like I couldn't tell at first if his hands were just just kind of there, like he was just that knocked out because he got hit hard, or if he really was signaling touchdown. But he was just walking look drunk as hell, telling him it's a touchdown. So hopefully he'll be back soon.
Yeah, I think. I mean, if he did miss a game, it would be this one. But the only good thing about it, if he does miss this game, you should be getting Thomas and Jarvis Landry back this week. Because they did say Michael Thomas was not playing again this past week against the Seahawks, but he is on trend. He's trending to play this weekend against the Bengals. So that's that's a plus. And Jarvis Landry, that's probably why they rested him to let his ankle heal a little bit more to where he'll be, more healthier for the Bengals game. Now we don't know what's going to happen with our QB, position. Is Jameis finally going to come back to practice and start practicing, or is he going to miss this week too? Like, or is he really going to heal for about a whole month or two, like we said? Are they going to let him heal and just run with what you got, Andy Dalton and the Taysom Hill package? You saw that it worked. And the crazy part is, as I was watching this game and I'm looking at it, I said, bro, everybody knows he's going to run it to the right, or he's gonna run the ball. Like you're not gonna be fooled of him throwing the ball at all. Like
I thought my favorite part of the whole thing was like he had ran the ball like 5 or 6 times straight, all for like big chunk gains. And then the before he actually decided to throw it, there was one play where he took the snap and he didn't even pump fake. He just looked right like this. And then took off left, and their whole defense went in the direction that he looked like he was going to pass. And I'm like, it's like, y'all really thought he was going to pass? So y'all just going to let him go 60 yards to the left? I was like, golly.
That's what I'm saying. It's pretty funny how you know what he's going to do, and you still can't stop it. But guess what's crazy about it? If I was a defensive coach, and I see this, and I'm playing, and I see Taysom Hill in the game, guess what I'm doing? I'm boxing it up, and I'm making sure we got more people on the right side of the field. Why? Because that's where he runs to, right?
Right.
But guess what? Guess how we scored 2 touchdowns.
How's that?
He ran them both to the left.
Yep.
I don't know if y'all noticed that the 2 rushes touchdowns he had, one was to the right, like he normally does. They just gonna stop it because it was on the goal line. The other 2, I think, was the 60-yard run, and the other one was like from the 10-yard line where he kind of scooped out to the left. Both of them was to the left because they were probably expecting him to be on the right, so they had less people to the left. He just tucked it and went to the left. So if I was a defensive coach, I'll be making sure you cover the right side because that's where he comes. But now after watching this highlight, and watching this Seahawks game, if I was the Bengals, I'll be like, okay, well, they use Taysom Hill. I don't know what side. I mean, their main side is the right side ever since, but now he went to the left and scored 2 touchdowns from the left side. So I'm going to have to watch both sides now. So now you got to watch both sides of the field because you don't know which way Taysom is going. Which I'm really happy about because AK did good on the running. Taysom did good with his running. So guess what that's going to do? That's going to open up the passing game. But definitely. The question is, will Chris Olave be healthy? Hopefully. Hopefully his concussion wasn't too bad to where he can't play. Hopefully he clears protocols and stuff. And we hope that Michael Thomas and Jarvis comes back because if the run game keeps doing, and we keep doing running game like we've been, once you get that running game going, the pass game is going to open. And when you got the pass game and you got these great receivers who are playmakers and you get it in their hands, it's going to be a scary team. Now, there's some sad news. Our guy, Deontay Hardy, has a turf toe, but they said it looks really bad to where he's probably going to be out for the season. He's going to need like a surgery.
Oh, wow. Did they say the season? I saw he was going to be out for a couple weeks. I didn't see the second report.
Now they're saying it's more scary. Like he had 2 different, opinions, and they both said the same thing. Like he's probably going to be out for the season. So with him probably being out for the season, most likely, that's what they're saying. They're preparing for him to be out for the season probably. If he does that mean you keep letting Taysom Hill, Callaway, and Jarvis do these punt returns and kick returns, or do you finally call up one of these guys from the practice squad named Kurt Meredith, who did really good in preseason doing some returns, and the special team man himself, Rashid Shaheed, that we have. Now, do we bring one of these people up? I can see that happening. I feel like the reason why they didn't have none of them for the game was because they were on the practice squad. They can't
Right.
take somebody off the practice squad during the game. So that's why Taysom Hill took some snaps, Callaway took over, and stuff like that. But I really do think probably come this Sunday, you're gonna see Rashid Shaheed or Kurt
Mhm.
Meredith get brought out the practice squad, and it's gonna be the return man because they did show some good things during the preseason. So
Right.
what's your thoughts on that? Do you think it's going to be Kurt Meredith or Rashid Shaheed, or you think they're going to roll with like Callaway just for punt returns?
I mean, I could see him just keeping with Callaway if that's really what they want to do. I mean, but at the same time, the way that wide receivers have kind of been going down for us right now, like I think it'd be smarter to bring in a Merritt or a Rashid Sheed. But it just bring someone in that's not going to drop the football. Like that's what it boils down for me. Like I know Hardy got hurt on that one of the fumbles that he had, but he also muffed the punt on one time. Like that's unusual for him. But like I'm so tired of seeing that ball hit the ground, hit our hands, and hit the ground. It's got to be fixed. It's got to be fixed. It was a main point for Dennis Allen during practice last week, and like we still saw it right away. 3 in the first half.
Yep. I mean, this is crazy by Mr. Apollo. He's really funny. He said, I got a solution to the
I'll be right
Caesar
back, man.
Reese problem. You good. He said, I got a problem to the Caesar Reese. He said, just put Taysom Hill in that guard. Now, let me tell you something, Apollo. Caesar Reese hasn't been the problem yet this season. Caesar Reese has been looking really good on the O-line. They actually said the run game, you already know how the offensive line doing on the run game. They're doing really good on protections on there. It's their passing. It's their pass protection. Is that really good? Well, they said, if you look at it, I think it was Nick Underhill that posted it. They said Caesar Reese looked really great yesterday as a pass protector. Pretty crazy, right? So Caesar Reese so far this season under Dumarone, he ain't really been bad. He's actually been stepping up doing his thing. Andrews Pete looked good yesterday, they said. They were just, naming some plays that they felt that looked good, right? So I mean, Caesar Reese is doing good. So I had to take the message to Apollo, because for real though, Caesar Reese actually been looking pretty solid, and I've been happy about that. Another thing that I want to talk about from yesterday's game, I think they said, Dennis Allen said this in the locker room on that little talk. He said the Saints, how you want to control the run game. You want to be the team that runs the ball the most and da 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 da. I think they said they ran for 48 yards total, and we ran for 228. That's how you win games. When you run the ball down everybody's throat, you keeping the time of possession, and you keeping the ball in your hand, and you're scoring. The only thing is, and I think Miss Megan, whenever I bring her on in a little bit, I think she can agree on this too. Miss Megan can say, yeah, y'all ran for 228 yards on us, and we might only ran about 50 yards on y'all. But look how close the game was, because how many big plays we allowed. Geno Smith, we all thought, oh, maybe Geno Smith was a fluke. Maybe it's just, maybe he ain't what we thought he is. Maybe he'll, choke against this defense. Oh, no, he did great against our defense. Even though, our defense still have a lot of key players out right now, especially in the deep, in the secondary, but we do have depth. But we are getting, really thin at that position. So hopefully we can get some people to come off of IR soon to help us out. But yes, Geno Smith looking great this season. Like I said it earlier, Miss Megan, I really do think. So this is to you, Miss Megan, and to all the Seahawks fan right here. I really do think y'all are like the 2011 Saints, where we had the number one offense in the damn league, scoring points and points, but our defense was so horrible. I think they were dead last. We'll score 40 something points per game and still lose because the other team scored 50. It was sad. Like that's how I really think y'all gonna be. Like if I had to pick a record for your Seahawks, I would have to say 7-10 or something like that, or 8-9, like the Saints had that one year. Like I said, y'all gonna be so explosive, be in the game, and then your defense let it go. So that's what I have to say about the Seahawks. Gave us a hard fought battle. And yes, you've seen it yesterday. We shot ourselves in the foot again with all these fumbles against y'all. Uh, fumbles, penalties. Again, the same mistakes, but we pulled it out because Taysom Hill and AK and Chris Olave. I mean, those are your 3 star players that actually, helped us out. And yes, Andy Dalton did good too, I believe. To me, I think he did good. That one pick, throw it out the window. He still did good. He still got us down the field. Did us what we needed to do. And Taysom Hill, goddamn, bro, you get an MVP at this game. 4 total touchdowns, 3 rushing touchdowns, 1 passing touchdown. Taysom Hill, you get the game ball from me. And trust me, I think Miss Megan will say it with me too. She'll probably riot with us if you don't get NFC Player of the Week this week. She'll probably say, hey, he played against my damn Seahawks, and if he don't get Player of the Week, I don't know who the hell gets Player of the Week. So once Zach comes back, me and him will talk it up a little bit. But I do have the link in here. Give me 1 second because I do want to pin this to the top. I have to keep posting it. So give me 1 second, y'all, and I'm gonna post this, pin it to the top for y'all. Anybody that wants to hop on, chat it away. Click the link. Let me know what y'all think of the Seahawks game, and basically just a recap of what we think of everything. And those were my goods. The bad, my bad was the turnovers, the penalties again, and the defense allowing big plays down the field. That's what killed us on defense, because you heard Dennis Allen, what he said in the locker room. He said we allowed 48 yards in rushing. That's it. But we allowed a lot of passing yards. That's what killed us in the air. So those are my bads. My goods, like I said, the only goods I can say is Taysom Hill, AK, and Chris Olave and Andy Dalton. And I can't say this too, just to add to the good, to give this team a little bit of credit. It's the O-line, especially on the run game. They protected the running back and Taysom Hill and opened up some big holes for him. So I'm just glad we got this one, 39-32. But goddamn, I wish we wouldn't allow all these big deep plays, down the field. I know Dennis Allen and that defense is gonna clean it up this week, because we do have a very tough battle next week, which is the Cincinnati Bengals. With Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and all of them coming to town. It's gonna be fun to watch. I'm ready to see how many people is gonna be in Bengals jerseys at this game. It might be half Bengals, half Saints, or it might be more Bengals than Saints fans in that thing, just because of Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm just ready to see if we can go next game without a fumble. Next game without shooting ourselves in the foot when we get big plays going. I want to see something happen with that. That's what I really want to see. But let's bring some people on and ask them some questions real quick about it. So first of all, who we got to bring on automatically. We got to bring on Miss Megan. I would say all the way from Australia, but she's in Seattle right now on her vacation, and she's going to be going to the Seahawks game this weekend, who I believe is against the Bucks, right? No, it's not. But oh wait, that was the other one you wanted to go to, but it's whatever. I just thought about it. That was the one in London, I think, or something like that they're gonna be playing. But let me bring you on and ask you what your thoughts is on this game. So how you doing, Miss Megan?
Firstly, we played the Bucks in Munich, not London.
Okay.
And I will be one of a stadium full of very pissy 12s at Lumen against the Cardinals. I can't even say it. My brother's Cardinals. I told you that I would be here to say congratulations on the win. Here I am. Yeah, very disappointed. I didn't think necessarily we could win. I'm glad it was as close as it was. There was a lot to be happy with. Geno Smith, Apollo, I am looking forward to I'm having some computer keyboard issues. So Apollo, I look forward to receiving your letter of groveling apology for everything bad you said about Geno. I know I said a few things about him, but I take them all back. I liked what I saw from the Saints compared to what I saw in the brief time I was watching the London game. I liked what I saw. Taysom Hill, good God. AK, I didn't think was as good as he could have been. I mean, he was great. Don't get me wrong. I liked what I saw, but I wanted a bit more from AK. Maybe I wanted too much. I don't know. I agree with what Zach said about the concussion. Watching my brother had a very severe concussion and nearly killed him when he was 10. I didn't need to be reminded of that seeing, I think it was Olave, was it, that got the concussion, the big head knock. But I liked what I saw from the Saints. I really did, compared even to what I saw in the London game, the 10 or 15 minutes I saw of that. Having said that, Gino is still playing out of his skin. I hope it continues against the Cards, so I have bragging rights to Australia. But like I said to you before, Hoodie, our D-line, you could drive a truck through it with room to spare. Our O-line has been phenomenal, surprising a lot of people, a lot of 12s included.
I think your new guy, what's his name? I think it was Abraham Lucas, the right tackle.
Yep.
He was somebody that I thought would be a really great, pickup for the Saints, but the Saints passed up on him. Seahawks took him in the second round, I believe. Abraham Lucas, was it second or third?
Third, I think.
Third? Might have been third.
Yeah. Because we took Cross first.
And then you took Kenneth Walker second. That's what it was.
I was going to say K9. Yeah.
You took Kenneth Walker. That's what it was. And I was reading this article the other day before the game started, and they said it's crazy that Abraham Lucas, who's got picked in the third round, hasn't allowed a sack yet on any of the pass protection, any passes yet, and in his first 4 games. Well, he allowed his first sack against Cameron Jordan, but I can't be mad if I was him because Cameron Jordan's a veteran. He's a really great pass rusher. So, I mean, just think, it ain't like it's against another rookie. This is against a veteran that knows how to get picture.
I think a lot of our picks have surprised people outside, within the 12s as well as outside. Charles Cross is my boy. I'm getting his draft jersey in a couple of days, and he surprised me. He didn't surprise me in anything good. A couple of false starts, which we did not need, comes with inexperience, I guess. But I have said from the draft that we will be a 7-10 team this year. I think I still hold to that. I just think, as I said to you, 6 to 7 wins, anything else is a bonus. I'm looking forward, obviously, to next week or this coming week because I'll be there. But I'm looking forward, I think, for the first time since we probably won the Super Bowl, in what can be for us if we build properly. We need a quarterback, we need D. We still need all of that, but with what we've got, Lucas, Cross, Kenneth Walker, Kobe Bryant, I'm still not happy with. We've got room to build and to improve. Yeah,
I do. I mean, Rashad Penny, was doing really good yesterday, and then now he's out for the year. I don't know if you heard about that.
I think, sadly for us, Rashad will be another Chris Carson. I read a report in the Seattle Times today that was his last game for Seattle. I hope not. I've done a similar leg injury. It's not impossible to come back from a high break like that, but it's not easy to come back. He will require surgery. They're looking at 2 plates and some rather large amounts of hardware. I don't think Rashad will be back. I hope I'm very wrong on that, but from what Pete Carroll said in his press conference, it does not look good, and he's going to require major amounts of surgery and major amounts of rehabilitation. So,
I did. I think they said they're gonna put him on IR soon because he's getting surgery, and y'all took Tony Jones Jr., who we had that we released. Y'all picked him up today too. So.
Yeah. From what I understand, I haven't read. I got a text message saying that yes, we picked him up. I hadn't heard that Rashad was placed on IR, but that makes the most amount of sense because you're probably looking, if it all goes well with the surgery and no complications, a 2-year rehabilitation period. And the sad thing for Rashad is he was coming up for contract renewal this year and was very close to getting a 1-year extension, as far as I understood, but obviously no. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's been running good. He's been really running really
Yeah,
hard, really good. And I was disappointed to see him get hurt. Like when he went
I
down.
was very disappointed given what happened with Jamal Adams, Mr. Made
Yeah.
of Glass, as we call him. And that's been Zach's back, so I can't really tell you what we call him, Hoodie. I'll tell you later. Yeah, I was disappointed because I think Rashad Penny was the one I was looking forward to seeing of our vets. He was the one I was looking most forward to see and have him as a leader with these new guys. I mean, he can still be that when he's rehabbing, of course, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Kenneth Walker did really good too for you for the rookie.
Yeah, very. I remember watching the draft at home thinking, Walker, really? Much the same as I did with Tariq the Freak. Tariq Stand. Love that man. Loving what I'm seeing with Tariq Woolen. And I was like, okay, I can be convinced. He has, like Gino, surprised everyone. And that's what I'm having the most fun with as a Hawks fan. Not the fact we're getting beaten. I mean, it happened. Yeah, it sucks. But the fact that everyone said that we were going to suck. I mean, we do suck. Let's face it. Our D-line is atrocious. But our O-line is surprising people. And as a 12, I'm sitting here loving it. I'm loving watching Colin Cowherd having to eat crow because he told us if we got 2 wins, we'd be lucky. You know, and that might be petty, but I'm loving that. You know, Denver was going to go to the Super Bowl with Russell. Russell wanted to go to a team who wins. How's that going for you? As a so-called faulty Seahawks fan.
Oh, the NFL's losing so much money off of that. Have y'all seen how many primetime games? I'm so tired of covering Denver Broncos games because they're on primetime every single week to shit the bed.
It's like, Rush, you want to go to a team of winners? I get that. I understand. I'd be the same. How's Denver working out for you? I don't know. I told Hoodie, Zach, I was at the Lumen Field Pro Shop. I'm in Seattle at the moment. And they have 3 full racks, you know, like jersey racks of Russell Wilson's jerseys marked and no one. There were 12 people, myself included, in the pro shop. And we all walked straight past him going for like, not Charles Cross, but for Geno Smith and Tyler Lockett's jerseys. We're just like, yeah, great. So I'm not petty. Great. I'm not petty usually, but good God, I'm enjoying it. I really, really am. But the only thing I know is that if you are a Cardinals fan, after that loss, to you guys, you are going to come to Lumen and have a stadium full of pissy 12s screaming at you. And I say bring it on because I'm going to be one of them. So, yeah. But as I said I would come on and congratulate you no matter what happened. Yeah.
Gotcha. And by the way, I did want to let you know, I was talking to Brandon today.
Yep.
I think he said 6 o'clock, you know, his time, which is Pacific time. So I got to figure out what time that is for him. I think that's like 8 o'clock over here. He might do a show with me, you know, like a little collab. So I might try to do that real quick tonight after this show, just to, you know, get his thoughts on his Seahawks and stuff like that. So,
I can tell you what they are, and Zach better cover his ears. If you've seen his reaction video yesterday, you know what they are. But yeah, so congratulations again to the Saints. We'll get. I think the next time we don't play you again this year, but I think we've got you at home next year. I think.
It might. We just got to see who how they do it. You know, if we play y'all again next year, you know, we don't play every year together. But
no. We play I think alternate years. So yeah, we'll get you. Don't worry. And yes, Hoodie. Remember, the Buccaneers in Munich in November. Cardinals, Seattle this weekend. Okay, that's all you need to remember. I will quiz you on that next time I talk to you. Okay.
Okay, I got it.
All right, guys.
Well, who that and go Hawks to you.
Take
See you later, Meg.
Take care. That was Miss Megan, y'all. Next up, we got my man, DeWright over here. How you doing, DeWright?
What's up, man? How you doing?
It's
I'm
good,
doing
right?
good, my man. I'm happy we
What's
got
up?
the dub, but we
What's
need
up, real?
Doing good, man. Doing good.
Good, good. Um, Let me see the good that I saw in the game.
Mhm.
I take my hats off to the offensive line. They were pretty stellar, even though in the prior games they had their complications. But I like how they withstand as far as the run defense because 99 was giving us headaches. He was in the backfield almost every other play, but they still withstand the test and pulled it through. Um, to Megan, don't be so hard on your team, babe. Because to be honest with you, you guys were scoring like in 2 or 3 plays and putting your defense right back on the field, and we was pounding and pounding and pounding. And then when your offense got on the field, it was like 2 or 3 plays and touchdown, and
Yeah,
then you
defense is getting worn out more and
and you
more.
put the defense back on the field, and we were pounding and pounding and pounding. And that's one of the things that I was listening to one of our analysts, and they were bringing that to the attention that you know you guys in Seattle was scoring so fast, but the defense had to suffer because of the fact that when they got back on the field, come on, you have to face Alvin and then Taysom. By the time you get through with that 1-2 punch, you're exhausted. So that's for Megan. But other than that, man, I wasn't confident in what we had back there at safeties
Mm.
because our two safeties that we had back there that was playing the back end was number 30, and I forgot the other guy that was actually back there because it wasn't Tyron Matthew a lot of times because Tyron was up at the line. I saw that a lot.
It
Did you
was
see that real in Hootie?
yeah, it was
Mhm.
I think the other person you seen out there a lot was JT Gray.
Right, and I don't think that those two have the cohesiveness to understand how to read, you know, what was taking place. And when you're talking about DJ Metcalf and that other kid, man, one thing they know how to do is run routes and to give you a head nod or a shake to make the safety think one thing and do something totally different. So, you know, whoever made the decision to put those two guys back there, and I understand that PJ Williams was hurt, I think that was a big mistake because they don't have that. I would have went to a single high safety and took my chance with just Tyron sitting back there. Then, because Tyron has a little bit more experience playing that back end. What you think, real?
I'm down for anything because, like I said right once, we started off today. Is just there was no safety help at all. A lot of this does boil down to Debo just really having a terrible game. They were just targeting him nonstop. He could not defend either Lockett or Metcalf. He just was having no luck. But they have deep safeties back there for a reason. There's certain points where Debo allows the receiver to get past him because you try to put him into that bubble. You have your deep safety, you have your cornerback, and you have the wide receiver kind of sit in the middle, and you create that bubble for them. And they weren't communicating correctly. They weren't doing the things that they should have done. Especially on that Lockett touchdown. That Lockett touchdown, I sat there and I was just
the first one or the second one?
The big one, the deep one.
Right.
And I think it was number. I think it was Evans, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong, but he was just sitting there, like he sees Lockett coming across the middle. Debo looks and sees Evans, and you can see he kind of takes a little bit off his his guard thinking that Evans is going to kind of fill in that gap, and Evans just stood there. And then by the time Evans reacted to start to get into position, Lockett was already past him.
Right.
It didn't make sense. It was confusing to me. I don't know if it's just. Maybe he's new. Maybe you're right. Maybe I didn't know. I guess I wasn't paying attention to who they had back there. Maybe they're just trying something out. Maybe he didn't understand the play or the playbook or what he's supposed to do in that situation. But I don't know.
I mean, but overall, I think our D line did what they could do. Man, Pete Warner is just is just another human being, man. What is that,
God,
man?
dude.
That dude is a freak, man.
Is he at like 30 solo tackles already? I know it's up
Oh
there.
man, I'm I'm gonna be honest because of the focus being so much on Demario. No, I can't even say that. P one is just a whole nother specimen, man. I can see him taking over when Demario Davis leaves because this boy got that Luke Kuechly is about him. You know, he is a freak, man. And I was like, man, look at this kid play. He's on every run other than the one where he got blocked out. But other than that, man, this kid is oh my goodness. Cam played an awesome game. Um, Davenport was, trying to destroy the opposite side, which he keep getting close, just not there. But my disappointments, and I have to call it like it is. After 4 games, I'm not impressed with Mark Ingram at all. Because when you put him down in a third down, that's a wasted down. If you put him to run the ball, he's not effective to me at all. And that's a shame because he doesn't Mark Ingram to me, and this has have always been my problem with Mark Ingram. Mark Ingram doesn't have the ability to wait patiently for it to develop and then hit it like Kamara does. He just don't have that ability. I mean, after coming from Alabama, where the holes were wide open, and all you have to do was just run straight and they'll be there. You are playing with an offense where you gotta have the cutback lanes, and even the commentator said it. He said, "Man, you can see the drop off from when Kamara leaves and he gets in the game. It's not even nowhere near close." And Traquan Smith, I am sorry, guys. Real, don't get mad.
Oh no, it's not me. It's Dolph that you got to worry about. Actually, I saw Dolph on earlier, and I meant to ask him about it because. But you know what pissed me off about Traquan? I actually think his route running has been a lot more crazy. He's getting wide open, but he's just missing the ball. It's like, dude, just grab it. You got two hands for a reason. Maybe they need to try him at defensive back because we all know those who play defense do it because they can't catch. Like I don't know.
I've always thought with and it's more evident now that Traquan don't play the game like it's his last game ever in his life. To me, he just don't play with that sense of urgency. Like, I gotta make this. And it's like he has a lackadaisical. Well, I know how to do this. Well, let me just go out there and we need you to be effective. However, that's where I stand, man. Hootie, bro, who that to you? Real, you already know.
Yes,
that's my take on it. Anything that you guys have for me?
Basically, I wanted to ask you this question: doesn't from this game, and you was watching it, and you've been watching, the Seahawks these past few games, so far this season. Doesn't this Seahawks team remind you of the 2011 Bounty Gate Saints, where you had like an explosive offense but a shitty defense?
When you said that, I was like, you know what, man, that boy is on to something because that's true. They do look like that. But I got another question for you, Hootie. I know how you're hell bent on Jameis. What you think about Dalton, man?
Dalton, so far, I think he's been doing his job that he needs to do. He's protecting the ball. Well, besides last game, he drew a pick, but other than that, he's protecting the ball.
He's game managing, right?
Yeah, he's being a game manager that he's got to be, drawing it to wherever we need to draw to. But like I said, I think he's calling out some of the blitzes too, even though he calls it out and they still ain't picking it up, which is a little sad. It's sad that you call out you calling out the blitz and the dude just was like, who? And then, just like, I'm going to allow him to come through. But I mean, to be honest with everybody, he did good in the Vikings game. We just kind of shot ourselves in the foot too many times with turnovers and all that shit, like regular stuff happened. The stupid penalty called, against the Vikings.
Oh, yeah. And one more thing. Don't mean to cut you off. Shout out to Pete Carmichael, man. He called a hell of a game, bro. That second half was all totally different. Like, I'm like, wow, he's calling this second half. Because that screen, I never saw that coming. I was like, have we ran a screen this year at any point?
One time with Mark Ingram, I think it was one time in one of the games this season we did to Mark Ingram. I think it was like the second
Oh
game,
yeah,
it was the Bucks game.
I think that's the biggest take we should get out of that game. I mean, obviously the win is huge. There's definitely still some things that, like we said, some negatives that we still need to work on. But like overall, like what you're saying, the play calling on offense finally felt good. Like it finally felt like it was a great combination of different styles of runs, different styles of passes. Some
Right. Man, I felt good about
and it's funny because it makes you wonder if, because we went back to the wide receiver core that we had last year, that they were just doing all these tricks to get them open because maybe they feel like when we got just all these stars, just let them run their route. Like, no, still draw up these crazy plays. Let that shit fly, because then they really gonna make big things happen. Whenever you get the ball in open space to a big time playmaker, like it's getting ahead of ourselves. We still got to worry about next week and every other week, because the fumbles and that faults on defense is made me a little nervous. But I wanted to ask you one question, DeRay.
Again, go ahead, my man.
Same. So obviously we lost Latavius Murray to Denver, and it all kind of came out that we lost him because like it was basically his choice, like picking a college. He got to pick a hat. You think he's regretting that now after having Javonte Williams go down and doesn't even they put him as inactive in that week 1 game?
No,
man. Oh man,
I'll say no to that.
I think Latavius Murray, sometimes his decision making is too rapid. You know what I'm saying? To me, I mean, that's just like when he left us the first time. I think if he would have just hung in there, he would have saw that, what, me and Alvin Kamara is like when him and Mark Ingram was at least when Mark was a fresher Mark, the 1-2 punch was dangerous. And I think if he would have hung in there, instead of leaving then, he would have realized that, man, I am more effective in this offense. So in my opinion, I kind of feel like 50-50 about that, because he's probably shooting himself in the foot, because he's probably thinking to himself, man, you know what? This would have been my thing.
Yeah, he would have got that second spot. I think he would have took it in a couple weeks from Mark Ingram.
Right.
He's Mark Ingram's struggling right now, and it's early on in the season. Wait till we're not even at the midway point yet.
Right.
And we have a late bye week.
Hey, just to jump on that, Latavius Murray. Don't forget they did say they put him as an inactive. But if you read the thing from Ian Rappaport and them about that, the reason why he went to being a healthy scratch inactive was just because he didn't know the offense like that yet. He literally just got there this week, so he wanted more time. He said. Like Latavius Murray decided he wanted more time. He wasn't ready to play yet. That's what he said.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, and yeah, I guess so. I guess that makes sense, and I get that. But also, I mean, let's be honest, guys. Latavius Murray isn't like some flashy running back. It's all right. You're gonna grab the ball and you're gonna run it to the right side. All right, you're gonna grab it and run it to the left. Like he just runs reads. It's not like he's involved in all kind of different things. Now I could see as far as blocking assignments and different things like that, is probably something that, he'd have to study up on a little bit more, but hopefully he gets a shot this week. But I hope he does good, especially after having that banger of a game with us.
Definitely.
But Hoodie, I do have to hop out.
Just
let you know.
Yeah, that's so. I appreciate you coming on, Zach.
Appreciate you guys. Take care of yourself, and I pray that there's nothing wrong with Lattimore. Oh Jesus.
Oh
yes,
yeah, they doing some stuff on him. But thank you, Zach, my man. If you want to tell everybody real quick about your channel and everything before you head out, and then stay put, because I want to talk to you still.
Cool.
Yeah, guys, my name is Zach. I've been here for quite a few times, but if y'all haven't checked out my channel yet, you can find it right here. Link is going to be in the chat. We will be live in a little bit for the Monday Night Football game, but make sure y'all don't go there until Hoodie's all wrapped up, if y'all do want to do that. But I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all, Hoodie. Much love, bro. Who dat? Have a good rest of your evening.
Yes, sir. Who dat to you, my man?
Who dat, Zach?
But yeah, I want to say who dat to Mr. Judah. Thank you for the $2 super chat. He said who dat to you, my brother.
Who dat, my man?
But yeah, to go back to your question that you asked me about, about Andy Dalton. what I think about him. I think he's doing the right thing, making the right decisions and stuff like that. The only thing is that like you see that we finally getting our momentum, right? We finally running the ball a lot more. You finally found out give it to Taysom a little bit more in these run plays because people can't stop it. They know it's coming and they just can't stop him. So he's a weapon. And you notice once Chris Olave went down, they started using Taysom more because they didn't have another weapon besides Callaway, and Traquan. You back to your regular receiver you had last year because Jarvis and Michael Thomas was already out. So you started using your weapons, which was Kamara and Taysom, and they're good. So I think once you have your guys back like Michael Thomas, Olave and Jarvis are out there, and you're still running the same thing, with Taysom Hill, and you're still running with Alvin Kamara, and you're getting this run game going, and stuff like that. Andy Dalton is just gonna be just fine no matter no matter what. I think he's gonna be fine. But I really do think though, once you get a healthy Jameis Winston back, this whole offense is just gonna be freaking explosive just because you're going to see these deep passes finally connecting because he'll be healthy. The pass game is going to be more open because of all the run game. Like I said, if we just keep running like we've been doing, like we've been saying since the beginning of the year, he wanted to be a run team. They fumble and then they just give up on running. We fumbled 3 times and we didn't give up one time. We kept running it because that's where we were good at. So as long as
And
we
you can
keep this
see,
going, yeah, go ahead.
and you can see where Andy Dalton doesn't have the velocity that Jameis has, because you can see when he underthrew um, Chris Olave, I was like, okay, that's that part where Jameis got a little bit more of that arm strength to put it to that outside or that back shoulder. So we saw that, and I was just like, I didn't think about that. I was more to the his decision making, but based on what you said, I kind of thank you for like letting me see that side. Whereas when you're looking at the aspect of them power running it, and then from there, you know, feeding feeding the pass game from the run instead of
Feeding
the
the
run.
pass.
Right, right.
Mhm.
So I thank you for like showing me that, because I wasn't thinking about it like that. I was being
Yeah.
like the average Saints fan. He's better, opposed to sitting back and going, hey, let's look at it from a realistic perspective that this guy, he's managing the game. His decision making, I'm quite sure he's watched James' decision making and have decided, you know what, I need to, if it's not there, check this thing down, because if not, I'm forcing something. So I'm glad you like brought that to my attention.
Yeah, because I mean, you got to realize, the first, I think it was 3 games he played because he didn't play the fourth or the fifth. So yeah, the first 3 games, you notice once we fumbled, we stopped running the ball, and once you
Right.
do that, it's gonna be all on Jameis now, just to pass, 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 and defense can play in that after you give up on running. But the last 2 games, they've been trying to run the ball more, especially this game. And once you do that, it's going to open up the pass game, and that's what's going to help Jameis out even more. Because why? What is his best throwing ability?
Play
Comes up
action.
play action, and that's gonna help us out. So like you're gonna have a healthy Jameis coming back in a few weeks. Probably, I doubt he comes back this week still because a fractured back, like we said, I don't think that's healing at all, just like that. Um, so you get the run game going, and then once you get that play action, and you got a healthy Jameis that can actually hit these deep balls on target, you're gonna be seeing a lot of touchdowns from Chris Olave, a lot of touchdowns from all these speedy receivers. I can see it coming. Like I can see this team being really explosive because, like we said, this team has the weapons, but where's the offense that we need? Well, you know where the offense been? It's been here the whole time. It's just we haven't been doing the right play calling, which is run the damn ball, like you said at the beginning of the season. I want to be a running team.
But
We
see, that's
haven't.
just that's just like Alvin Kamara said. I don't think anybody have beat us. I think we beat ourselves.
We have. We just basically beat ourselves, like you said. That's what Kamara said, and I totally agree with him. We beat ourselves. We shot ourselves in the foot. We still did it again this weekend. Penalties and fumbles, but we still won because the offense didn't give up. We stuck with the damn running game, and we gave it to the playmakers that we need to put it into their hands, while the
Hey,
other playmakers were out.
Hootie, I want to see that kid Rashid, man. I really want to see
Rashid,
him back there.
yes,
I want to see him back there. I mean, since we don't have Hardy, I'm like, you know what? Let's put the other returner back there. I want to see him back there because I
I
think
think they will.
please put him back there.
I can see it happening too. I can see it. I say it's this. I say it's going to be Rashid Shaheed or it's going to be that Kurt Meredith kid. And the only reason why I would say maybe Kurt Meredith, because he did play during the preseason, so we got to see what he was like when he did returns, and he did pretty good. He had one big, like 50-yard, I think, return.
Uh,
So Kurt Meredith,
Isn't
and
that
he
the
can play
kid from
receiver.
that's the kid
Shit.
from home, right?
Yeah, he's from home. Yeah, Kurt
Okay,
Meredith's from home.
yeah. Okay, all right.
So I mean, I can see him being called up to do that because he can play receiver too. Just in case the
Right,
receiver goes down. But Rashid Shaheed is known for his special team, his speed, and all that. But he did do good at receiver too. He's basically another Deontay Hardy. Coming up.
right,
So if you're trying to replace Deontay Hardy, then I think it'd be smart to bring in a guy like Rashid Shaheed and see what this brother can do on the field because nobody's going to know what to do against Rashid Shaheed because he hasn't played yet. And usually the
right.
players that haven't played yet in the league usually do good their first few games because people's got a game plan for it.
That's right.
So
Because people know how to game plan for him. You're
yeah,
absolutely right.
so I'd rather see him play. The only good thing I heard was, when they said that Michael Thomas was questionable, and then they said, well, he's been ruled out now, and they said, but he is trending to play this weekend against the Bengals, so that's a good thing. Jarvis
Which
Landry,
is a
I
good
was
thing.
glad, I was glad that they said they rested Jarvis Landry this week too, because
Right.
I felt like, hey, Chris Olave's been balling anyway. I said, to keep Jarvis out, let him heal. We'll have him for the Bengals game. But now Chris Olave goes down with a concussion. Now we're hoping it ain't too bad to
Right.
where he can play this weekend. Maybe he'll be able to play. Maybe we'll get lucky.
You know
Um,
what? I would prefer to rely on, one of those other guys than to rely on Traquan anyway. Because I can see Mike and Landry playing and uh the other guy, but I just can't have Traquan because to me, it it's getting to the point he's not even a good fourth receiver,
yeah.
and he's been open. So I don't know, man. That I'm just disappointed in that.
Hey, anybody that's in the chat, if y'all wanting to come chat it up, click the link. I know, Jerry, you said you were gonna tune back in next time. We're just doing one-on-ones right now, but if y'all want to come back on, let me know. If not, the right, you can chill on here with me. We're still
Yes,
talking
sir.
away, and we can talk about the game still. I mean, what were some other good positive things that you've seen? Like we all said this earlier. Um we
Oh
said
yeah.
Taysom Hill and Kamara and stuff. So what would be some more positives from you?
Look, Lattimore had a great game against DJ. Lattimore had a good game against DJ. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, DK, you meant to say.
I mean DK. I'm sorry.
You
He
said
had a,
DJ
yeah,
DJ
yeah,
Metcalf. DJ. Oh,
yeah,
that sounds weird. DJ
yeah.
Metcalf.
He had a. I think he had a good game against DK Metcalf because of the fact that you know, uh, Gino didn't even look that way, other than that one play where he rolled out and but for what wasn't that Paulson that was on him when he scored that touchdown, or was that Lattimore when DK scored?
I think that was probably from the Debo.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah. It was probably from the Debo because he basically remember those plays that Lattimore gets beat on because they go across the field and then he gets hit by another player, like runs
that's
into
right,
players.
that's right. He
That's the
sure did.
same shit that happened to Paulson the Debo. He ran into
Right,
somebody.
right. He sure did. But I took with that. That was good, man. The tight ends really played a good game. They blocked and caught the ball. I was impressed. I was, as a matter of fact, I was impressed with Trotman. I was really impressed with Trotman. Man, that damn Taysom Hill, God, man, that
MVP.
that is, bro, that is hard to stop. That is hard to stop that read because you never know what he's gonna do. You never know whether he's gonna throw it or whether he's gonna run it. And to have Alvin Kamara stand on side of him, bro, that is, man, you got to have some speedy linebackers to to prepare for that, man. You do. Let me see who else was truly impressive as far as the offense. Ooh,
You said
man.
that O line earlier, right? You said the O line. They're good.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I was I was really impressed with I don't I don't know why my guy pointed out Cesar Ruiz. Cesar had a good game.
Yeah,
You know
he
what
said
I'm
he was
saying?
joking. He said he was joking earlier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He went back in the chat. He said I was just joking, because the
I was about
Taysom
to
Hill
say,
play every role.
man, Caesar had a good game. Pete
Pete,
had a good game. Uh,
yeah.
I'm not, I'm not feeling Hurst over there. I'm not. I'm just not feeling Hurst over there because if it's a speedy DN, he gets beat. I'm just not. I don't know. I'm just not as confident in him. I wish Penning hurry up and come back because I would really like to see the rookie get his legs underneath him because I think
Yeah.
that he will be a better person to pull and run towards his side. Um, but other than that, no, I can't say this. And our center was getting killed.
Yeah. McCoy. You
Yes,
know you don't see
99.
that.
Man, 99 was eating his lunch, bro. Oh my goodness. And that's the first person I actually saw manhandle McCoy like that.
Yeah,
You know,
but he was big. That dude was a big dude, though.
yeah, bro. He was like, man,
You heard the commentary guy, 350 some pounds. He said 6'7", whatever the heck he said the height was. You seen that dude, like, if you look at the team, be like, hey, can you find the biggest player on the team? You can point him out easily. The dude was so huge. Like, I wouldn't be mad if the dude got through the line. Like, he's huge.
did we draft that guy? Because I don't remember us drafting him. And I heard
Uh,
and I heard the commentator say, yeah, he played for the Saints. And I'm like, what? He did? I don't
I don't
remember that
remember him. I don't remember him
guy.
playing for the Saints.
Yeah,
I know
because
he used to play for LSU. I think Al Woods used to
yes,
play for
yes,
LSU.
he did. He did play. That is the kid from LSU, huh?
I think it is. I think it's from LSU.
Right. Oh my goodness. That is the kid from LSU. Man. But
Yeah.
man, I think, other than us not having safety help over the top, our secondary did the best they could, man, dude, I take my hats off, dude. Gino balling.
Mm,
Bro,
yeah.
Gino is balling, man. Gino is balling.
He
You know,
is.
I'm liking what I'm seeing from Gino. Not that I want him, but he is balling. Wait, the Panthers lost their coach today?
Panthers, yeah. Panthers coach got fired, Matt Rule.
What?
Yep,
I
he got fired.
so and now they're talking about getting rid of all their players, huh? My
I don't
goodness.
know. I don't know. I mean, if they were, I think there was a thing I seen today that the Buffalo Bills were still interested in trading for McCaffrey.
Really?
And if the Bills get McCaffrey, oh Lord,
I know. Oh goodness.
they
Oh,
already scary.
I know. I can't even see them over there, man. God, McCaffrey at Buffalo? Jeez. Man.
Oh yeah, he was. See, St. John Butler put it in the chat. He said he was drafted by the Saints in 2010, but was cut at the start of the season.
Oh, okay. Okay, so
Oh,
he's still pissed. All right.
that's what it was. He got mad because he was from LSU and then got cut by the Saints, by his
Yeah.
hometown. So he just wanted to get some revenge against it. That's what it was. Okay. But
Yes.
I don't know. Like you said, I mean, we can. This is the positive stuff that I can say about this. That I can give to y'all. Yes, it was an ugly win because especially on the defensive side, right? Yes, we scored 39 points, and yes, it was against the second to last defense that allowed so many points. So we still really, didn't identify ourselves because it wasn't against like a top 5, top 10 defense, or even a top 15. They were like almost dead last. But we did also put 39 points up with Taysom Hill basically doing it all and Olave for 2 quarters. Everybody else, was from last year, and AK. You didn't do this. You did this without Mike Thomas. You did this without Jarvis Landry. Um, yeah. So if you look at the defensive side, yes, we allowed 32 points, but this is without PJ Williams back there to help, Marcus May, without Alante Taylor that you drafted, who was supposed to be a helper. A lot of your depth, and you traded CJ Gardner Johnson because you had so much depth. All your depth players were hurt, so you had special team players and JT Gray and them playing back there, helping out
Right.
because of that. I think Sorensen was in on a play, Gordon DK on that Tyler Lockett play.
And I
Deep down
saw
the field.
I saw Chris Harris when that guy broke it for that run. I saw Chris Harris. I was like, wait, he's out on the field? Number 19, that guy Chris Harris that we brought in.
Oh yeah, yep. He's a veteran. He got burnt on one of the plays.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh. I was saying, like, what I'm saying? We basically just got him this week and he's played. Like, that's how bad the depth was. So I'm saying for us to still win, um, and I think we finally, like Nick Underhill said, he said we finally, for the last 2 games, you can see we finally getting our offense going a little bit, right? They finding a little momentum. And they
Right.
said, and like he said, once you get your pieces back here, once you get Michael Thomas, once you get Jarvis Landry back out there, once you get a healthy Jameis out there, and you got the momentum going like it is, it's gonna be hard to stop this team because, like I said, once you start running the ball and you keep running it, no matter if you fumble or not, like you've been doing the last 2 games, you just been pounding the ball. People can't stop it. The offensive line's been doing really good on the run game, protecting running back, making a hole for them, which is going to open up more passing games, which is going to open to the play action, and that's what Jameis is best at, play action plays. And most of those play action plays, it usually opens up to a deep, pass for a touchdown. And we seen it last year to Deontay Hardy
Yeah.
a few times. And it's going to do the same thing with Chris Olave. So, like I said, it's just a lot of injuries we're fighting right now, a lot of fumbling, shooting yourself in the foot,
But
penalties.
I'm glad it's in the beginning part of the season because we are still working on finding our identity, and now it's starting to look like we are starting to realize, okay, we have a good enough line that we can run the stretch plays. We can run we can run the off tackle right, the off tackle left, where we have a good enough running back like Kamara, and those holes will be there. They are developing the holes where, he can hit them and run for 5, run for 10, run for 7, run for 8. Whereas third and short, there was a lot of times when he caught the ball, it was either 2nd and 5 or 2nd and 4, 2nd and 3. And I'm like, man, that's when your offense is like really handling their business. At least your O line, they are really handling their business. And that was impressive also. The Taysom Hill thing, that's just him just waiting and picking where he wants to run. But other than that, I really I still don't understand why can't Mark do the same thing. I'm like, man, just wait. Those holes are coming. They're there. If every time Alvin Kamara touched the ball, he finds them, they're there. Just be patient. They're there. Wait. Don't just run forward. They are there. Just wait. And don't get
I'm,
up. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. All I was gonna say is, I said the only thing I can be happy about Mark Ingram was at least on that 2-point conversion. At least he
He
didn't
got it.
wait. He didn't wait. He just went up right up in there and said,
Yeah.
"I'm getting in that bitch." That's the only time I was happy. I was like, "Please don't wait for the hold this time. Just pound it in there. Just get into
He
the end
just
zone real
ran.
quick."
Yeah. He just ran forward. He just ran to the back of everybody. I was like, thank you, Lord.
Yeah,
Yes.
don't wait for the hold, because if he would have waited for the hold, hold wouldn't have been there on that goal
No.
line. Because like on goal lines like that, you got everybody on the hold waiting for you.
Yeah.
So that's when you just pound it in the middle and hurry up and get there before they can open up the hole. Um,
Yeah.
so I mean, like you said, I was talking to a friend today at work, and I asked him. I said, because he don't really like Jameis Winston. I'm still trying to talk him into it. He said he never did like Jameis coming out of college. He just think he was always overrated in college to him.
Right.
And I talked to him. I said, look, I said, I know everybody wants a future quarterback for the future. Da da da. I said, but I think Jameis still can be that dude to me. I still on the Jameis, because he hasn't done really nothing wrong yet to show me like I just got to get rid of him. Um, so I told him, I said, to me, since we're gonna have a second, round pick and not a first round pick, unless we trade Sean Payton, but if we don't and we only have a second round, I think the Saints need to look into getting them a bruiser back next year. In the second or third round, find us a bruiser back that's gonna run it down your throat. One of those players that I wanted, one of those picks that we traded in the mid, like to move back into like the second or third this past year, and we traded to Washington to the Commanders.
Right.
They took with that pick, they took the player I wanted the Saints to get with that pick, and that was Brian Robinson, Jr. Because he was a power back, he was a bruiser back.
Mm.
So I think the Saints need to look towards that way to where you can have AK and a young back that you can rely on, because once AK's contract's up in 5 years, I think AK is gonna be gone. Like, he's gonna retire. Like, I don't see him. Running backs don't stay here that long.
Yes, I heard you mention something earlier about Tony Jones Jr. We don't have him anymore.
No, so this past game, before this game, we weighed them. You know how the Saints do; they weigh people that they're not going to
Right.
use, and then they bring you back on the practice squad. So they weighed them, and brought up Chris Harris, and all the defensive players we needed, because they wasn't going to use him anyway. And that's my thought, was they were going to bring him back. Well, Penning from the Seahawks got that injury, and he's getting surgery. He's out for the season now, right? Well, the
Right.
Seahawks claimed him off of waivers now, Tony Jones. So now you're down to Kamara, Ingram, and Dwayne Washington.
Mm. That's a healthy second and third. Yeah, right.
That's what I'm saying. So we might need to go get a running back soon to help out
Right.
AK.
Right. Who do they have out there in free agents that you see that can come in, and because I just don't see Ingram going through I mean, no shade, but this is the beginning of the season and he's struggling. Could you imagine once he get a few bruises, you
Yeah.
know?
Maybe. I mean, there's a guy out there named Hoodie Jube. If you ever want to try him out, I heard he pretty
Oh,
solid.
goody you. Oh,
I'm
we
just
gonna put
joking.
all right, now what about the kid
I'm looking it up right now for you.
but wait, didn't the kid that played for us, who's actually from Louisiana, didn't he play running back also?
Wait,
Merritt?
which one? Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. Trying to see
Merritt,
who's
didn't Merritt
available.
play running back?
Let's
He
see.
played running back in high school, right?
Wait, who again?
The wide receiver, Merritt.
I don't know what the hell he played, but I know they lined him up at running back during the
Yeah,
preseason.
because they say he played running back in high school.
He might have. So I'm looking on here. One person I would look into was Tariq Cohen, but he tore his shit again and during preseason, so he's out for the season. So I can't say him. Um, uh, I'm looking at all these people. All these people on this list are like no names, Oh,
Oh, Slim Pickens, huh?
you know who I could say you maybe can go after if you really
Who?
need to, because I don't think he got picked up yet. You can try to go after Abram Smith
Right.
that we brought in at the beginning. Bring him back, see what he can do as a
Please,
power
yeah.
back.
Man, I didn't think about that because that kid was pretty effective until they stopped running him. You start running him in our big package where you got
Uh,
everybody that is lined up together, and I'm like, why don't you spread it out and then give him the ball?
I mean, Adrian Peterson's out there still.
Yeah.
Bring back the veterans.
He pissed me off when he was staring at Sean in the face and they couldn't get along. I'm like, nah, you're not a team player, so I don't want you.
Let's see. I'm looking at it. Um, maybe that Alec Collins kid that was playing for Seattle last year, he was doing pretty decent. I think
Yeah, he was.
Devontae Booker's still out there. He did pretty good for the Giants last year. I don't know. Like I said, there ain't no big names out there. Unless you go look for somebody that just said they were done with their career, but decides to come back. Like a dude like that everybody's been talking about, Ty Gurley. He hasn't played in 2 years, and he said he still ain't looking to come back. He think he's done with the NFL already, which at a young age. Or you can trade for somebody if you're looking to trade for a running back. Like if I was the Saints, and let's just say it like it is, if the Cowboys are really the team that want to try to get that try to get Sean Payton from us, and the Saints just say, "Hey, F it, I'll trade you," and they give us a good trade. They can give us like one first round pick or 2 first round, whatever they want. Give us a really good defensive player from them to steal them, and they can give us like Tony Pollard. We can take because they don't use him. They always want to give the ball to Zeke and try to make it his season. So I was thinking of maybe a player like Tony Pollard we can get because they barely use him. They got other running backs in this league that are second strings and third strings that are ballers on the team, like the Browns. They got Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb, and remember Dearness Johnson last year when both of those people were out because of COVID. Dearness Johnson had 100-yard games. I mean, you can call around to see if you can get a player, but I don't know what it's going to cost to get players like that. So we just got to see. But yes, like everybody says, we do need a running back soon because no more Tony Jones Jr. So now you basically stuck with Kamara and Ingram and Dwayne Washington. But Dwayne Washington ain't really that bad. If you give him the ball, he actually been every time he got the ball in his hand, he actually ran forward for positive yards. So I can't complain about him.
Yeah, he just have to have more touches. That's what I think with him. He have to have more touches because he just haven't had enough.
Or just put Taysom at running back if you want to.
No, we need him doing right what he's doing. Nope. We need him doing right what he's doing. Keep the defense guessing. Nope.
Like I said, it's hard to choose. Who you want. Maybe we'll get lucky, and maybe Mark Ingram will come out his shell and just become the dog that we know he can be sometimes.
Right.
Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe Kamara will get him hyped up.
Right. What do you think about our linebackers, man? I mean, I like Warner, I like Davis. What do you think about our third?
Our third is Kaden Ellis right now, and he did pretty good last game. He didn't really make no mistakes, nothing big. He didn't really allow nothing big. They got some linebackers that I like, on the team. One of my favorite ones is he kind of reminds me of the Craig Robinson role is that McDowell guy. He's really good on special teams and all that. So that'll be somebody else I think that's pretty solid.
Did we have Honey Badger played slot last game, right?
Honey Badger. He did it all. He was all over the damn place.
He was all over. And I'm like, is he playing the slot? Is he playing what is he playing?
But last game they should have played him deep all damn game with all the people we had hurt.
Right. He should have been back there. And I think do you think Chris made that decision or you think that was a Dennis decision?
To be honest with you, I don't think that was Dennis' decision. Because I mean, you notice that the defense is still trying to get its, chemistry together. People are getting hurt, but still, this still don't look like a Dennis Allen defense that we've been seeing.
Right, because they don't. Yeah, because they don't seem like that. They're on the same page, like they usually are, and that's because I know, that back end is kind of like new, and with Marcus May being out, that's no communication right there. At least not enough.
Yep. So I don't know. By the way, Mr. DeWright, is there anything else on your mind that about the Seahawks game? Anything that that might come to mind that we can discuss and talk about? And by the way, anybody in the chat, if anybody else want to come on, you're more than welcome to. If not, we'll end the podcast soon. And we can all get ready for that Monday night football game and. And see, Travis Kelce get 10 touchdowns for me before I can beat this guy tonight. I need about 10 touchdowns from him to catch up. Yeah, I see me. I'm losing by 30 points, I think, right now, or 40, 30. And I got Travis Kelce, which can get me an easy 30 points if he balls out. But he's also got Josh Jacobs left to play, so maybe Josh Jacobs will hit his toe against the wall and can't play tonight by accident. Maybe we'll get lucky.
Y'all know what happened to me last year, man. Last year, my wife had Kelsey, and that girl would beat me every game because of Kelsey. Every game, this girl would beat me because of Kelsey. But let's see what else I have as far as that game. To be honest, um, I think I've covered everything that was my concerns and everything that we were effective with, other than um, I'm not quite sure what Chris Richard is doing back there. You know, I'm
Yeah.
not, because I haven't seen that many, other than the one blitz where I saw 56 come in there and almost tear his head off. I didn't see too many where we lined like 8 people up front and then they drop off. I didn't see that yesterday. Did you?
Mm, not really. I'm not gonna lie to you. We didn't really we blitzed a few times, but we basically, even though we didn't blitz, we still got to the quarterback, you know,
Right.
pretty
But what,
quickly. I mean, some plays he had too much time, and that's why he got those big deep plays, touchdowns. But I mean,
but
I think if we would have
yo,
blitzed
but
a little bit more, yeah.
I like what's his name coming back. Man, I was excited to see him.
Uh,
97.
90. Oh, Malcolm Roach.
Yes, sir.
Oh
I
yeah,
was I was excited to see Roach come back, because Roach, for some strange reason, Roach bring that noise, because I think he's better on side. Where was Ayumata? Was he there?
yeah. He was there.
I like
He was just
Roach on the
quiet.
side.
He was
I
just
like Roach
quiet.
on the side of Ayumata versus Tuttle.
Yeah. Side Toto brings the noise against Matt Ryan, but Matt Ryan ain't in the division anymore. So
Right. And I liked what I saw from Street, but again, man, man, 97 was doing his due. But where I didn't see the NASCAR package yesterday. I haven't seen the NASCAR package all year,
mm,
where they all stand up, and I haven't seen that this year yet.
yeah, we really haven't. And the other thing I haven't seen really too, I haven't seen Capasino a lot this week. I mean this year yet, and he ain't been hurt
I
very long.
know.
So I need to
Where
see
is
more
he?
Capasino. I need to see him out there a little bit more.
Right. I haven't seen Passio. I don't know, man. It's like we were playing these teams and we were playing like this vanilla defense. And I'm like, why, dude? I would have blitzed the hell out of Tom Brady every play. I would have blitzed the hell out our first game every play. I would have blitzed. Let me tell you, because when they play us, when Carolina played us, Carolina set the house almost every down. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? And I'm like, dude, why are we playing this vanilla defense? Why aren't we sitting in the house?
Hey, and you know why? You know why they blitzed us a lot too, though. They first of all, they knew the O line wasn't, the O line that we need right now for passing. Second of all, they knew Jameis Winston was hurt, so they knew if they blitz and they get to him, he was going to try to throw it away, or he wasn't going to run because of
Are you gonna
his
try to
back.
make something happen?
So they try to make him uncomfortable and make him hurry up and make a really quick decision with it, or just hold on to it and take a sack. And he wasn't going to run out the pocket because he was hurt. So he was just going to take it. So that's why we got blitzed a lot by them, I think, because I mean, if you know the other quarterback's hurt and you know he's not going to run with it, he's just going to sit in the pocket. Why not blitz him?
Right, right. I tell you what, man. Again. I was excited with Malcolm Roach, bro. Malcolm Roach balling.
Oh yeah, he
I
did.
like
Oh,
that. I
I do have
like.
a question for you though, because I know you said you're from that Florida area / you got Tampa Bay fans. Was anybody talking this weekend about that weird ass call for Tom Brady?
You know what? Believe it or not, I haven't. I've been off since Friday,
Yeah.
and I haven't gone back to work because I was off today. So I haven't, and that's why I was able to make the chat, because I was off today. So I haven't
Okay.
gone back, but I saw that call, and I got my talking point. But believe it or not, even when we lost against Tampa, bro, I didn't get no slack for that. I figured I was gonna go to work and everybody was gonna give me the, none of that, man. They always like, hey, bro, y'all need to, y'all cornerbacks need to get healthy. Because once Lattimore went out, y'all ain't had nobody. I was like, you notice.
Yeah, and the bullshit
Uh-huh.
call.
That's right, because that's when Paulson was hurt.
Yep,
But,
Paulson was hurt. Lattimore got kicked out for no damn
right.
reason, and
So,
they called some bullshit stuff at the end too. Remember?
Yeah, bro. So and you know what? A lot of people are starting to realize, man, there a few teams are not getting a fair shake. I was happy to see our team get calls.
I was surprised that happened.
You boy, I was like, really? I was like, okay, Ruff, how much we paid you? Because I was surprised because I was really surprised we were getting calls, man. That's not like us. We don't usually get them.
Yep. I mean,
So
shoot. I mean, what was it? Oh yeah, I was saying, did you see the play yesterday? The penalty that they called against
when Tom got tackled.
Mhm.
Yes, I saw the play when Tom got tackled, and all of a sudden, Lattimore got tackled the exact same way.
Yep. So
I mean,
I didn't know
not
which one to go
Lattimore.
for.
Chris Olave got tackled the exact same way. He got the exact same tackle where the guy grabbed him and slung him to the ground. Exact same thing. No penalty on Chris, but Tom, you can't slang Tom. You slang Tom, it's over for you. And guess what? They called that call in the fourth quarter, bro. In the fourth quarter, where that call changed the game.
Yep. I
I
thought that was
said,
kind of stupid.
how you call that call in the fourth quarter with that much time left on the clock, where you know you're gonna give him the ball, and he's gonna change the whole concept of the game. But I was like, oh, come on, bro. That's why I just I'll leave it his ass because he just I don't know. I'll leave him too.
I mean, to be honest, which I thought that was kind of stupid. Like the call, like you said, it kind of basically helped them. Give the first down, and you wasn't gonna give the you wasn't gonna give them the ball back at all. But like I said, I just don't know, man. It's just like, why you didn't call that on all these other quarterbacks that got tossed around the other day?
Right. Who got slammed?
The same day they had other people getting swinged around, but you were calling for Tom Brady. What? Because he's 45 years old. If he can't take a hit like that, then tell him he can't be in this league.
But Tom, man, with Tom is a master manipulator. His game is to work the referees from the first quarter, and so by the time it gets to the third or fourth quarter, they already looking for something to happen to him. They're already looking for something to call for him. And so everyone was like, yo, why you think Tom? I said, because Tom is a master manipulator. He's been that way his entire career, where he will cry all first quarter, all second quarter, all third quarter. And if you do anything in the fourth quarter that looks remotely suspicious, he's getting that call because he has worked them all 4 quarters. So, Yep. Hey, man, the game is on, bro. I didn't know that.
Yep, it's on. So we're about to end the podcast right here, because the
Yes,
game
sir.
is on. So I appreciate y'all coming on. I appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. And I might do another podcast later tonight after the game. Depends on how your boys feeling. But I appreciate y'all tuning in. And if I don't see y'all tonight, I'll see y'all probably tomorrow night, maybe, because I believe I'm off again. So
And when are you coming on so we can talk about this the Joe Burrow
that's gonna be probably tomorrow, Wednesday. We'll definitely talk about that for sure.
Yes, sir. Because I got some stuff. It was like right there, and I'm like, no, I can't talk about that because he's got a podcast where we can bring that forward. Because I watched that game last night, and I was watching that game just to see the things that we can do against them and the things that I know that they're gonna try to do against us. And I was like, so I'll be tuning in, bro. Definitely.
Yes, sir. Well, if you don't mind helping me telling everybody how to end the podcast, we say who what?
Who that, sir?
Who that, y'all? We'll see y'all tonight or maybe tomorrow. Who that?
Peace, bro.
Run it up, Valero. Say what they lie. Say what they lie. Say what they lie. Say what they lie. We screaming black and gold. We screaming black and gold. We screaming black and gold. We going to the bowl. We screaming black and gold. We screaming black and gold. We screaming black and gold. Saints going to the Super Bowl, talking black and gold. Young Nolan Hooded Jew on the beat, we let you know. Chris Olave, MT down the field. Once the throw the ball deep, yeah, you know it's getting real. Put Jarvis in the slot, he gon' do damage. AK in the backfield, you know Durant. E. Davis coming through the line, QB running out of time. Tom Brady, that's mine. Yeah, the Saints did it fine. Hold up, chopper style, choppers out. Them boys wild, yeah, them boys wild. Chopper style, choppers out. Them boys wild, yeah, them boys wild. Hold up, yeah, we rolling. Hold up, yeah, we rolling. Hold up, yeah, we toting, my love. Marshawn Lattimore, play the left field. Marcus May play deep safety, so you know the deal. We got Tyron in the box, got the QB on lock. Man, we ready to rock. See, they calling us fly out. A Debo, play the right side. Stop playing with that boy. 29, ready to ride. We ain't tripping at all. We going to the top. Yeah, we gon' spin they block. Yeah, we knocking on their top love. We rapping Florida leads, so boy was poppin'. The Saints really wildin', them boys on fire. We really number one, we move with silence. We zip them boys up, if it's a problem. Choppers out, choppers out. Them boys wild, yeah, them boys wild. Choppers out, choppers out. Them boys wild. Hold up, let me rollin'. Every toe,